My stepmom body shamed me into starving, then tried to fake a pregnancy to trap my dad. I didn't expect her to be pretty. That was the first surprise. My dad had a type, and for as long as I could remember, that type was tired. Sweet, nice enough women who wore sensible shoes and asked me if I was eating enough like they were reading it off a cue card. But Catherine Reed? She was all heels and gloss. Hair like a commercial. Smile like she practiced it in a mirror. Voice soft, but sharp enough to split stone if needed. Dad met her at a conference in Dallas. 3 weeks later, she was flying out to Austin for a long weekend. And 2 months after that, she was staying for dinners. Like this one. The first dinner. The one where everything shifted, and I didn't even know it yet. Dad grilled steaks, like always. I made roasted veggies. And Catherine brought a quinoa salad with little cranberries that looked like they were designed more for Instagram than human consumption. She was wearing this silk blouse, navy with gold buttons, and she walked in like the house was already hers. Jessica, she smiled, I've heard so much about you. Before we go further, don't forget to like this story, hit subscribe, and tap the bell, so you don't miss what happens next. She leaned in, air-kissed both my cheeks like we were old friends in Paris, and then sat directly across from me. Stared. Measured. We made small talk. She asked about school. I said I was finishing up at UT Austin. She asked what I wanted to do. Publishing, I said. Books, maybe editing. She tilted her head. Not journalism. No, I prefer fiction. That's ironic, she muttered, considering how real life already looks. I smiled. Thought maybe I misheard. But then it started. When Dad brought out the food, I reached for a roll. Just one. She looked down at my hand. You know bread slows your brain down, right? All those carbs. Not great for mental clarity. Dad laughed. She's always teasing me about my burger addiction. But she wasn't teasing me. She was testing me. A few minutes later, she asked, Do you do yoga, Jessica? I shook my head. No, not really. That's a shame. You've got that. Potential build. Long arms. You'd look amazing if you trimmed just a little. Trimmed. I looked at Dad. He was cutting his steak, humming like it was background noise. I laughed awkwardly and changed the subject. But that dinner stuck. Not because of what she said, but because of how she said it. Wrapped in compliments. Laced in smiles. Like poison in a crystal glass. After she left, Dad said, I think she's really trying with you. I hope you're open to her. She's intense, I said carefully. She's just honest. Don't take it personally. I didn't. At least, not then. The next time she came over, she brought me a pair of leggings. High-end. Still in the package. Thought these might help with motivation, she said. You've got a gorgeous frame. You just need to show it off. That night, I stood in front of the mirror holding them. They didn't fit. They wouldn't even come past my thighs. I stuffed them in the back of my drawer and told myself it didn't matter. But it did. Soon after that, the comments became routine. At brunch, you sure you want hollandaise? It's basically melted fat. At the pool, you should try one-piece swimsuits. They're super flattering on Kavya girls. In my own kitchen, no offense, Jess, but almond milk might save your face from breakouts. Dad always laughed it off. She means well, he said. She's just into wellness. But it didn't feel like wellness. It felt like control. Then came Miami. Dad had a conference, again, and decided it'd be fun to make it a family trip. Catherine booked the hotel. Ocean view. Private beach. And, apparently, zero boundaries. The second night, I ordered room service while Dad was still at a networking dinner. Just a burger and fries. It had been a long day. I was tired, sunburned, and starving. I barely got through half of it before Catherine came in. She stopped mid-step, looked at the tray, and said, Jessica. Just that. One word. But with enough judgment to choke a room. That's not what we agreed on. What? The meal plan. You said no fried food this week. Remember? I didn't agree to anything. She walked over, picked up the tray, and took it to the hallway. Opened the door. Placed it outside. Slip-ups happen. But discipline is love. Discipline is love. Those words stuck in my head for days. That trip broke something in me. I stopped eating more than 800 calories a day. Started counting almonds. Skipping meals. Running in the morning when no one was awake to see me cry halfway through it. My hair thinned. My skin dried out. And my dad? He thought I was finally getting serious about my health. When we got back, Rachel, my best friend, took one look at me and said, What the hell happened to you? I brushed her off. Said I'd just been busy. She didn't buy it. 2 weeks later, I fainted in the middle of class. Paramedics came. My blood pressure had crashed. My electrolytes were in the gutter. I was hospitalized for dehydration and malnutrition. That night, Dad sat next to my bed. Held my hand. Eyes red. voice shaking. What's going on? And I said, Catherine happened. Dad didn't believe me at first. Not fully. He sat in the hospital room, stiff-backed, blinking too much, the way he always did when he was overwhelmed but trying to stay strong. Jess, he said, Catherine loves you. Maybe she just didn't know how hard you were taking things. I didn't say anything. I just pulled up the notes on my phone, scrolled through every line where I had written exactly what she said. Not what I remembered. What I wrote down verbatim. You'd be stunning if you lost 10 pounds. Real confidence starts with control. No one takes girls seriously when they look soft. Your father deserves someone elegant next to him. I handed him the phone. He read every line. Slowly, eyes scanning, jaw tight. And then he said, she said that. I nodded. You're sure? That's when I snapped. Am I sure I nearly passed out on the sidewalk because I was afraid to eat a sandwich? Am I sure I stood in front of a mirror pinching my stomach until I cried? Am I sure my hair is falling out and my period's gone and I hate how I look in every photo now? Yeah, I'm sure. He didn't have anything to say after that. Just sat there, quiet. Catherine didn't come to the hospital. Of course not. She sent a text instead. To me. I hope you're okay. Let's talk when you're feeling more level. More level. Because I was the unstable one. When Dad got home that night, she was waiting. I wasn't there. But I heard from Rachel, who drove me to pick up my stuff later, that the screaming started before the front door even shut. That was the last night Catherine spent in our house. Or so I thought. The next day, she sent an email. To me. To Dad. Subject line. For your consideration, attached. A blurry black and white image. An ultrasound. 2 inches long. 8 weeks gestation. Captioned. This is yours, Larry. I didn't want to tell you this way, but I had no choice. I stared at it, then looked at Dad. He was frozen. Expressionless. Like his whole world had folded inward. It's fake, I said. You don't know that. I do. You don't know that. He didn't shout. He didn't even sound angry. He sounded terrified. Like he knew I might be right. And if I was, what then? That night he called Brian, his best friend, who's known him longer than I've been alive. They talked for 3 hours. I sat outside on the porch with Lily in my lap and tried not to eavesdrop. But I heard one thing. Through the open window, if I go back to her, Jess will never trust me again. But if I walk away and she's really pregnant, Brian said something I couldn't make out. Then Dad said, I already lost 1 family. I can't lose 2. A week passed. Then 2. Catherine sent another photo. This time from a different angle. Still blurry. Still no name on the image. No timestamp. No hospital logo. She said she'd moved into her sister's place in Dallas. Said she'd been spotting. Said the stress of everything might put the baby in danger. She made herself a victim. Again, Dad started cracking. You could see it. Less shaving. Fewer full nights of sleep. He'd make dinner and forget to eat. Finally, he asked me, what if she's telling the truth? Then let's find out. I called Rachel, and we started digging. Turns out Catherine's sister wasn't in Dallas. She was in Phoenix. Married. With kids. I messaged her anonymously from a burner account. She responded in 6 minutes. Said Catherine hadn't spoken to her in over a year. No one was staying with her. I showed Dad. He didn't say anything. Just stared at the message. Then whispered, she lied. Then came the clinic search. Rachel had a friend who worked admin at a women's clinic near where Catherine used to live. She pulled the intake logs for the month Catherine claimed to have had her appointment. Nothing. No record. No appointment. No ultrasound. That night, Dad broke down. He didn't cry. He collapsed. Sat in the garage with the door half open and stared at the wall for over an hour. I brought him water. He didn't take it. Just said, I almost gave up my daughter for a woman who faked a child. Then she called. Catherine. Blocked number. Voicemail. Larry. I know you're confused. I know Jessica is turning you against me. She's always hated me. But this baby is real. I'll prove it. Just come see me. Alone. He didn't go. He didn't answer. But he didn't delete the voicemail either. That scared me. Because it meant a part of him still needed proof. And Catherine? She knew it. She thrived on doubt. Then she sent one final message. A text from a new number. Your daughter is poisoning you against your own blood. If I lose this baby, it's on her. That's when I decided. She wasn't just manipulative. She was dangerous. And I was going to expose her for real. After the last message, I knew she wouldn't stop. Catherine didn't know how to back down. She only knew how to double down. I sat with Rachel on her bedroom floor that night. Laptops open. 6 browser tabs running. 3 coffees between us. And a playlist called Exposing Evil humming in the background. Let's find out who she really is, Rachel said. Not who she pretends to be? Nope. We're going full background check. We started simple. Public records. Old addresses. Previous employers. Then I remembered something Catherine once said during dinner. When I lived in Scottsdale, I dated a guy who wanted to marry me within 2 months. I thought it was just another one of her stories. But now, it was a lead. So we looked up Catherine Reed plus Scottsdale. Took about 20 minutes. Then we found it. Local forum post from 2019. Anyone remember that woman who faked being pregnant to keep Todd from leaving? What was her name? Kathy something. I froze. Clicked the thread. It was small. For comments. But one caught my eye. Yeah, Catherine R. She told everyone she was 3 months along. Even showed him a printout from Google. It blew up when the clinic called to verify insurance, and there was no pregnancy on file. I read it twice. Then again. Then I showed Rachel. She didn't even look surprised. Of course she's done it before. We traced that lead to a man named Todd Kessler. Old Instagram account. Public. Last post in 2021. Dog pictures and hiking trails. I sent a message. Didn't expect a reply. But 3 hours later, it came. Yeah, I dated her. Catherine. That woman almost ruined my life. Who's this? I told him everything. He didn't hesitate. He sent screenshots. Text messages. Emails. One said, please don't leave me. The baby needs you. Another, I'll make it go away if that's what you want. But you'll never see me the same. He said, she sent a fake ultrasound. Off the internet. Said it was from her friend who worked at a clinic. Turns out she downloaded it. Photoshopped her name. When I found out, she told people I abandoned her. I almost lost my job. I showed it all to my dad. His face went pale. Then red. Then blank. He said, I'm sorry. I didn't say anything. Because sorry wasn't enough. Not when he almost chose her again. Still, it wasn't over. Because if Catherine had done it once, and now again, she was either incredibly desperate or incredibly dangerous. And we still didn't have solid proof. Just patterns, screenshots, and good instinct. Until Catherine made a mistake. She posted. On Facebook. Not on her profile, no, she wasn't that dumb. She commented on a photo from a woman named Tina Morales, who turned out to be her cousin. The post was a baby shower invitation. Catherine commented, can't wait to celebrate the only real bump in the family. Tina replied, girl, stop. You tried that trick already. Then deleted the comment within 5 minutes. But not before I screenshot it. We reached out to Tina. Used a fake Facebook profile Rachel made. Pretended to be a mutual acquaintance. Tina responded fast. She was angry. Turns out, Catherine had lied about a pregnancy to her ex Mark, Tina's older brother. Same pattern. Same ultrasound trick. Same fake clinic story. That was the third man. 3 fake pregnancies. 3 relationships derailed. All to control. All to avoid being left. I compiled everything. Made a binder. Labeled, Catherine Reed, pattern of deception, printed every screenshot. Highlighted dates. Annotated contradictions. Cross-referenced names. It was airtight. Dad saw it all. He read every page. Sat on the edge of my bed. Silent. Then whispered, how many more? Does it matter? I asked. No, he said. Because one was already too many. That night, he blocked her. On everything. Phone. Email. Socials. He changed his locks. Told the neighbors not to let her in. Put her things in boxes and left them on the porch with a note that said, if you come near my daughter again, I will call the police. We thought it was over. Until we woke up the next morning to find the boxes gone. And a note slid under our front door. One sentence. You chose her. I hope it was worth the baby. That was the moment I knew this wasn't just lies. It was war. And I wasn't backing down. It started with a knock. Not loud. Not aggressive. Just soft. Intentional. Like someone confident they'd be let in. I opened the door. There she was. Catherine. Standing on our porch in a pale pink sweater, holding a brown paper bag and smiling like she hadn't accused me of ruining her pregnancy. I just brought some soup, she said. You're not supposed to be here. I know. But I wanted to see Larry. I'm worried about him. She didn't ask to come in. She just waited, like she knew she wouldn't have to. And 5 seconds later, Dad appeared behind me. His voice was tired. Let her in, Jess. Just for a minute. A minute turned into an hour. An hour into dinner. Dinner into her spending the night. By the end of the week, she'd moved back in. I confronted him on day 3. What are you doing? She's apologizing. She lied about a baby. She says she was scared. She manipulated you. She lied to 3 different men. That's not confirmed. Dad, she's trying. I want to give her the chance. That was the beginning of the end. Not because she won him over. Because I realized he wanted to be one. That weekend, she accidentally knocked over my hard drive. All my college writing portfolio gone. Next morning, my favorite hoodie, the one Mom gave me before she died, suddenly shrunk beyond recognition. She blamed the dryer. We don't use the dryer for clothes like that. She knew that. 2 days later, my phone went missing. Gone. I checked everywhere. Bags, desk, couch cushions. Nothing. That night, I used Dad's tablet to ping it. Last location? The master bedroom. Her side of the bed. I asked her. She smiled. Oh, is that what that was? I thought it was my old iPhone. She handed it over like it was nothing. Factory reset. All my messages, photos, contacts, wiped. Dad said, it's just a mistake. You should have backed it up. A mistake. Just like the fake ultrasound. Just like the email. Just like the text saying I was poisoning her child. All just mistakes. I started spending more nights at Rachel's. Didn't even tell him half the time. He didn't ask. When I was home, Catherine barely acknowledged me. Unless Dad was around, then she'd smile and say, Jess, I made your favorite. But when he wasn't, she left notes. Sticky ones. On the fridge, try water instead. On the bathroom mirror, confidence starts with clarity inside and out. On my bedroom door, please keep noise down after 9. Thanks. One night, I came home and found my mattress gone. She'd reorganized the storage room. Said it was old and she thought we agreed to toss it. We didn't. I took the couch. Rachel begged me to leave for good. This is abuse, Jess. You know that, right? I know. Then why are you still there? Because if I leave, she wins. And he never sees it. Then it got worse. I came home one night, lights off. No one around. Until I walked into the kitchen and found them at the table. Dad, Catherine, Brian, all sitting there. Waiting. Like an intervention. Jess, Dad said, we've been talking. Okay, maybe it's time you take a little space. From my own home? From this tension. Catherine jumped in. It's just, your energy lately. The anger. The constant accusations. Larry's health matters. Brian wouldn't meet my eyes. You're all sitting here blaming me? After what she did. She made mistakes, Dad said. No. She made choices. And you're letting her erase me. That night, I packed a bag. Rachel picked me up. I slept on her futon for 2 weeks. Dad didn't call. Didn't text. Didn't ask where I went. Until Aunt Lisa got involved. She called me one morning out of the blue. I saw Larry at the store. He looked like hell. He's choosing her. He's confused. She's isolating him. It's working. Come to dinner next week. Bring everything you've got. We're going to fix this. So I gathered it all. The binder. The texts. The screenshots. The messages from Todd and Mark. The clinic records. The cousin's comment. Everything. Dinner was quiet. Lisa's house felt like a different world. Safe. Dad showed up late. Tired. Gray. Alone. We sat down. She served. We ate. And then I put the binder on the table. Didn't say anything. Just waited. He opened it. Page 1. Timeline of her lies. Page 2. Witness statements. Page 3. Cross-referenced contradictions. Halfway through, he said, I know. You know. I knew. Deep down. But I didn't want to. Why? He looked up. Eyes filled with something I hadn't seen in months. Shame. Because if I admitted she was lying, then I'd have to admit I was choosing the lie over my daughter. Lisa said it best. Larry, she hasn't just lied to you. She's burned your child down to keep herself warm. He cried. Didn't sob. Didn't perform. Just quiet tears. And then, what do I do? I said, you make her prove it. Or you walk away for good. Catherine wanted a party. That's how it all started. A baby celebration, she called it. Not a shower, she told my dad. Just something small. Classy. Friends and family. A celebration of life. She knew exactly what she was doing. After the dinner at Aunt Lisa's, Dad tried to keep distance. He told her, until we verify everything, let's slow down. Catherine wept. Broke a dish in the kitchen. Vanished for 2 days. Then came back with a new tactic. Fine, she said, voice brittle. You don't have to believe me. But can't you just celebrate me? And somehow. He said yes. When he told me, I stared at him like he'd lost his mind. You're going to throw a party for a fake baby? Not a party. Just people she knows. This is enabling her. It's to draw her out. I blinked. You're baiting her? He nodded. With you. With Lisa. With witnesses. She wants attention? Let her perform. I didn't know if it was genius or desperation. Probably both. Catherine handled the details. Invitations went out. Decorations ordered. A cake with pastel frosting and the words, can't wait to meet you, baby R. Dad rented the clubhouse at our local park. Lisa helped with food. Rachel brought a camera, just in case. 37 people showed up. Most were from Catherine's yoga group. One coworker. 3 older women who whispered like they were already suspicious. Catherine arrived in a white dress, flowy, dramatic, totally extra. Hand on her stomach the entire time. She posed like she was already on the cover of some family magazine. She greeted everyone like royalty. Thank you for coming. It means so much to feel supported. People brought gifts, diaper bags, teddy bears, even a framed ultrasound print someone ordered online. She grinned like it was real. Lisa stood near the entrance with Rachel. Dad stayed close to Catherine, pretending to play host. And me? I waited, watching, counting how long she could keep the story straight. Then came the moment. Lisa called for everyone's attention. Let's take a second to honor Catherine and the new life she's bringing into the world. People clapped. Catherine blushed. Thank you, she said, voice soft. It's been such a journey. 13 weeks of growth, of change, of love. Dad stiffened. Rachel's camera zoomed. Because 2 weeks ago, she told us she was 8 weeks along. Someone asked, do you know if it's a boy or girl yet? Catherine smiled. It's too soon. Another woman, not with today's tech. I found out at 10 weeks. Catherine stumbled. Well, I'm waiting. I want it to be a surprise. The air shifted. You could feel it. People exchanged looks. Lisa cleared her throat. Have you picked an OB yet? Oh, yes. Dr. Klein at St. Jude. Rachel mouthed to me. Dr. Klein retired last year. And then, a final blow. A voice from the back. Firm. Unfamiliar. Hey, Catherine, where's your bump? The room turned. It was Mark, one of her exes. Tina's brother. He stepped forward, holding a folder. I have something to share with everyone. Catherine's face drained of color. What are you doing here? Finishing the story. He held up printouts. Messages. Ultrasounds. Side-by-sides of fake documents she'd sent to him, identical to the one she sent my dad. He laid them on the table like evidence in court. The room went dead quiet. Catherine snapped. He's lying. These are your messages, Mark said. You told me the same story. Same fake pregnancy. Same scare tactics. Lisa stepped in. Enough games. Rachel hit record. Dad stepped back, finally silent. And Catherine? She cracked. You all think you're so holy, she screamed. You don't know what it's like to be abandoned. To be discarded. I gave that man everything. I made him feel alive again. Someone gasped. Another whispered, is she okay? Catherine grabbed the cake knife. Held it up. Not as a weapon, as a symbol. You want to ruin my life? Here. Take it. Cut it up. And with that, she smashed the cake. Frosting sprayed. Pieces flew. The teddy bear landed face down in coleslaw. Then silence. Catherine stood there. Chest heaving. Mascara streaking. Dress stained. And then, she dropped the knife. And walked out. No bag. No shoes. Just gone. People left in silence. Lisa started cleaning. Rachel turned off the camera. Dad sat down in the corner. Eyes blank. I walked over. Sat beside him. He whispered, I wanted to believe in something again. I said, then believe in me. She didn't come back. Not the next day. Not the next week. Not ever. Her stuff? Still in boxes on the front porch for 2 days until Dad took them to the dump himself. He didn't say a word about it. Just loaded the car. Drove off. Came back empty. The silence afterward wasn't peaceful. It was awkward. Dense. Like the air between us wasn't sure if it was safe to move yet. We didn't talk much that first week. Just kind of existed in the same house. I made dinner. He ate it. He took the trash out. I swept the porch. 2 people performing family. Waiting for the script to catch up. On Sunday, I came downstairs and found him in the kitchen, holding the binder I'd made. The one full of proof. He was rereading it. Again. You okay? I asked. He didn't look up. I think I just wanted to believe I could fix something for once. Fix what? Everything. He looked older now. Like all the denial had been holding him up, and now that it was gone, gravity caught up. He finally looked like the man who had let someone ruin his daughter just to feel important again. And yet, he also looked real. I'm sorry, he said. I know. Not just for believing her. For everything. I know. Do you forgive me? I didn't answer right away. Because real forgiveness isn't a yes or no. It's a process. A series of choices made over time. I want to, I finally said. But you'll have to earn it. Okay, he nodded. Then I will. That night, he ordered 2 pints of ice cream. 1 pistachio, 1 cookie dough. My favorites. We watched a rerun of a dumb crime show. Didn't talk about Catherine. Didn't talk about the party. Just sat in the living room with our legs kicked up and the dog between us. And somehow it felt okay. He started making changes after that. One by one. Unsubscribed from Catherine's yoga newsletters. Deleted old photos. Called the people who had been at the party and told them the truth, all of it. Told Brian. Told his coworkers. Even told his boss. He said, if I lose people because I chose the truth, they were never real to begin with. Lisa hugged him that weekend. Tight. Longer than necessary. Said, you showed up late. But you showed up. As for me, I didn't just bounce back. I rebuilt. I saw a therapist. Started journaling again. Ate real food. Stopped counting almonds. Stopped hiding bruises from running too far on too little energy. My body softened. My face filled out. My laugh came back. Slowly. One day, I took the leggings Catherine gave me out of the drawer. Looked at the tag. Still too small. I threw them away. Didn't cry. Didn't hesitate. Just let them go. Dad knocked on my door a few nights later. Got a minute? Sure. He stepped in. Held out a small box. What's this? Found it in the attic. Thought you might want it. I opened it. Inside? A locket. My mom's. Gold. Simple. Still holding a photo of her and me when I was 5. I should have protected you, he said. I needed you to choose me. I replied. I am now. We hugged. Awkward. Messy. But real. And for the first time in a long time, I let myself believe that maybe love isn't about being perfect. Maybe it's just about showing up again and again after you finally stop running from your own reflection. Catherine, last we heard, she tried the same routine on someone new in Dallas. Didn't work. Apparently, they found out early. No baby. No party. Just another trail of lies in a new zip code. But that's not my story anymore. My story, it ends here. With a dad who looks me in the eye when he says, I'm proud of you. With a best friend who never once doubted me. With an aunt who said, your voice saved more than yourself. And with a girl who finally realized, you don't have to starve yourself, in any way, to deserve love. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it too.